So it's been another massive year of Mighty Car Mods goodness of season 5.
That's right. Now we started with the 180SX, which you didn't like, Martin.
I had mixed feelings about my 180SX that I never actually got to skid, which was unfortunate, but the car turned out pretty good for what it was.
Yeah, and you know what was funny though, is that everybody thought that the James Bond effects, they thought that was a joke, and that's not a joke. The reason that we had those like over fender things on there is because that's what Jet 200 has, which you probably know is like that 5,000 kilowatt Sylvia.
That time attack thing.
Yeah, that time attack thing. And he had them and we had them, and people like them on his car, didn't like them on us, but it was the exact same product.
And the fence paint was controversial. It's so Mighty Mods that, you know...
It was controversial, which is weird because it was like, people were going, oh, you should have fixed up the dent, but it was a drift car. And the other thing that people talked about as well is that they said, you said in this video, there's this point, you go, we've got coilovers in it, we can put it as low as we want, but we're leaving it a bit higher so when you're learning to drift, you don't rip your sump off.
Yeah.
And then you had footage of someone in a low car ripping their sump off, but people still said, why have you got it high? That was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah. But there's lots of, that's part of the fun of what we do though, isn't it, really?
I guess so. What happened next, Martin? What happened after we did the 180SX? I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure that the Blue Turn got power windows.
Oh, that's right.
Which was a very basic episode, but actually quite popular and a lot of fun.
People liked that, Martin. And then we did the budget bog repair. Where
the classic moment of kicking the car.
Yeah, and look, and probably not the best way to fix a dent, was it?
No, it should have been like knocked out and panel beated properly and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was the theory of bogging, that's what it was all about.
It was. It's the theory of bogging, the blue turd.
Which is kind of instinctive, really.
Bogging on a blue turd.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Martin, next up, you got your Volkswagen Polo.
I did, I went through my Euro phase. Everybody goes through a Euro phase.
Did you use the word hate about that?
No, I don't think I said I hate it.
Or you said immensely dislike?
I said it makes me feel nothing.
Oh, that's right. You were emotionless.
I was emotionless.
Yeah.
You know what was the best car for going to the shops and picking up groceries I've ever owned?
Really?
It had aircon and it was comfy.
Yeah.
And you drive it and it's all like quiet and relaxed.
I liked it.
But for every other reason, it was just boring. You liked it. You liked it when you drove it.
I didn't particularly like that, but Golf R's, Golf GTIs, I still think are one of the best all-around cars you can get for the money.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people said the mistake was getting a Polo, but then it kind of comes down to budget, and to get a Golf that new is a lot more expensive. And also, I like the whole small car thing. That was the whole idea. It was going to be the new turd. That's why it's called the Euro turd. But it never quite earned its stripes. But we learned stuff.
We did. And next up, Marty, you went to Japfest.
Yep. Japfest in the UK, which is awesome. It was really, really, really rainy.
We missed you while you were away, Martin.
That's good.
A few of us referred to it as the Great Marty Drought of 2013.
Yeah.
Because you were not here.
No, it was a great day. It was so fun being at Japfest.
And then, Martin, you got your Miata.
Yeah. Well, actually, is this where we tell everyone that I actually got the Mazda quite a lot before that, but it was broken and didn't work, and so we couldn't actually use it on the show because it was just it.
Oh, they would know that though, because in the most recent issue of Mighty Car Mods magazine, we go into the full story of fixing all the rust and stuff.
Exactly. Which was a great project because every now and then it's really cool to start with something that's just bare bones, nothing to it, but also being such a cool little car. So that was really enjoyable. That one.
Yes. And then it was time for your new Nissan, Martin, which was the Figaro, which I think is a really cool car. And I read on the interballs that you're actually trying to buy another one.
I don't know why you would be thinking that.
Really? That you really hated it?
I didn't really hate it.
Oh, didn't you?
No, it is cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's the same car as a much Super Turbo, just without the supercharger on it and without being a nuggety hatchback, but the actual car is the same. It ticks all those boxes of being small, little and awesome and turbo and all those things.
Yeah.
But it's just the look of it. I just don't know.
Oh, no, I reckon it looks good.
Yeah.
I reckon it's kind of, but I hate it.
Yeah. And then you got a V8. You actually went there. And
I know. It had to be done. Only because you said that I wouldn't be able to beat you. But a V8 versus a turd, it's like you got destroyed.
Yeah.
I was. That was quite sad. I was actually, when I was editing that video, I felt quite sad, and particularly when I'd written that piano thing as the car was zooming off, and you were going, "Oh, it's been good," and that was a sad moment in Mighty Car Mods.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Yep. And the races were so much fun for us because they were real, like, you know, racing around like that and actually having a go. There was some moments where you looked like you were going to crash trying to keep up with the
Dude, don't say that, because
like you were on. It's a racetrack, and it's fine. Like you're on 3 wheels.
Yeah, I know. I mean, sometimes because I drove the Figaro as hard as I could, like any harder, and it would have flipped. Like literally, I was on the edge of what that car could do, and it felt so fast and so dodgy in the car. But obviously, it wasn't even that quick because it just wasn't set
and
up
it never
to do
looks
that
as quick
at
on
all.
camera either. That's the thing, it always looks like all smooth and slow, but in the car it's, you know, there's noise and revs and...
Which is funny because someone said about our recent race when we did the MX-5 versus the S2000, they said, and it was a genuine question, they said, is this footage in slow motion? And what's,
Really?
And what's funny is, or it was a very clever insult, one or the other, but what's funny about that is that when you see cars on the quarter mile, even like 10-second cars, when they leave it looks really quick, but then as they disappear it doesn't look like they're going that fast.
Yeah, that's that long shot actually where they're just going down the straight, which we left on so you could see the times and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really slow. I mean, it was 14 seconds of time.
Yeah. Anyway. Next up, Martin, Airplay. Now, Airplay was a funny one because I had a challenge. I wanted to do a sub 5-minute episode. I didn't really speak about that challenge publicly, but I wanted to see if we could make an episode in under 5 minutes. Because when Monty Mod started, the first episodes we did, if you look at them, some of them go for 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes.
It's like a black one.
And they felt quite long. And now, when you actually look at some of our longer videos for 30 minutes, they just go like that. But it takes... Those 30-minute videos take weeks and weeks of work, you know. And
everything takes longer. Like editing it takes longer, uploading it takes days. Days of time.
And particularly as well that we're only doing it, you know, weekends and outside hours. You know, you don't just have all day to sit around.
And that one was fun for lots of reasons because also there's a whole bunch of people out there who that's the kind of thing that how they want to modify a car. Coilovers don't interest them. It's just like
and heaps of people did it as well, and heaps of Forester people did it. But a lot of people said I don't know if they missed something, they just kept talking about Bluetooth, and the episode was called How to Install Airplay, because people wanted Airplay. And it's kind of like someone saying, show me how to turbocharge a car, and then you showing them a supercharger instead. Like, it is a different process. And so, and a lot of people were upset because they said you can buy a cable instead. But again, the video is not called how to plug a cable into your phone, it was how to install Airplay. And I had a bit of a moment where we took the car out camping and we had the boot open and I was sitting in my sleeping bag with a couple of people and you know you could play music like from there, you know there's no cable that reaches back there or when you're sleeping back in the car.
Like Flirty can have his own iPod with his own like weird unicorn mix on there of S2000s make like hitting VTEC and like he can sit there and actually like stream it. It's just
and it is the way of the future because obviously it sounds better than Bluetooth, but I guess the thing is I don't think the Egyptians ever sat there and said, you know what, I just bang some wood together and we'll live in that. No. It's like they go, let's make a pyramid. Because it was the way of the future. How did they make the pyramids?
Because the pyramids have a higher bit rate than Bluetooth also.
Of course, well they've got a higher bit rate than a shack, don't they?
Oh, definitely. So why would you go for a shack?
Well, if you don't have to, because it's relatively cheap, isn't it?
Anyway, what did we do after that?
The Pharaoh's nose got broken off.
Did it?
I mean, the Sphinx. Yeah, his nose is gone.
Really? He's a lion, isn't he?
Oh, it's kind of a bird, lion creature.
They eat yaks.
And they pull brains out of noses.
Do they?
With a hook.
When they
embalm
them?
But they found some honey recently in Tutankhamun's tomb.
Really?
And honey is the only food that never goes off.
Right.
So they ate it. That's a fact. Sydney Meet, biggest meet ever, organised by DJ. What a legend. That was huge. We had drones and lots of people there. And people came from all over New South Wales, even interstate. I met some people from Grafton. They were lovely. They
some people flew from New Zealand.
There were lots of fans there, Martin.
And
oh, sorry. I just had to check something. Yep, he's still in there. So I left him down there, but I just gave him some milk. He's so little, isn't he?
Well, he just laps it up.
Yeah, he loves it. Oh no, he'll be right. That's cool. I thought he was going to go to the toilet. Anyway, so after that, the crushing of the turd mutton.
Yeah.
What a sad day, but I loved it. It was time to go.
We were just saying before that's like one of the saddest videos.
Yeah. A lot of people were disappointed, and remember when you met, when you were in Las Vegas, you met that couple, and they said that was really sad. There's that girl going, it was so sad.
Yeah.
I don't think it was sad though. The funny thing is that it's like we've been doing turds for 6 years.
30, but yeah.
And Daihatsu turds, and it was time to move on to the next thing. A lot of people I think they wanted it because they were familiar with it, but at the same time, it's like, we can't get Hondas if we've still got Daihatsus. And
that's the thing, and also you can't properly look after a car if you've got, that one sitting there, and it's a cheap thing, it's worth nothing, but you have that sitting there, and you've got your other cars, you want to try to look after them, and it all kind of adds up, and exactly limits what you can do with cars. But that was an awesome little car, and it was good for a time, it was good, it had its day. Yeah. We got lots of mad videos out of it.
We have been accused of single-handedly inflating the price of Daihatsu seals in Australia by 300%. Yeah. We actually got an email about that, quite an upset person who's like, I wanted to buy one, and because of all your coverage, you have inflated the price too much. Yeah. Crushing the turd, performance bracing.
Oh yeah, which was was just quite enjoyable to do. Like a simple mod. Sometimes it's really nice to do those mods that it's like it comes in a kit. And you bolt it in and you go for a drive straight away.
It actually feels better.
This is awesome. Yeah.
And you were also saying as well with the braided brake lines, that episode as well, put them in instant feel straight up.
Yeah, and that is a feel thing. Like there's lots of debate about that. Like I was saying, factory lines are also braided. Yep, fine, all good.
Yeah.
But it's just that thing of you put them in and suddenly your brakes feel better and your parts are 23, in my case, 23 years newer.
Yeah. So and it is about your experience. I think that's something else that a lot of people missed when they saw our pod filters and cold air intakes myth-busted episodes, where they would say things like, in my situation on this specific car at this temperature, I made some more power. And that's totally cool. And the thing is, I had a pod filter on my 180. I loved the sound of the induction. That's cool. Those things were in there. I think the problem is, and I said that in the video as well, and same with the eBay superchargers, when you buy those things expecting to get 20% more power and then you either lose power or don't make any, I think you need to be aware that that is what's going on.
And that's we never actually said don't buy it. Like if you want to do it, do it.
Oh, of course. Because sometimes there's mods that you do to your car that are not performance mods, like putting a sub in. Your car's going to be heavier, it's going to be slower.
And if you turn it up really loud at inappropriate times, people are going to think
you're an idiot, but your experience is better.
Yeah.
So ultimately, you gotta like forge your own way through the bush.
Absolutely.
Is that what she said?
What other fun things happened? We did a meetup in Vegas. That was a fun.
That was. I didn't get to go to that one again. That was the second Marty drought of 2013.
That was awesome.
And I think I was back here. What was I doing? I was making videos. Was I doing something?
Probably.
I think I probably was. Or was I maybe...
Tons of new music came out this year. New shirts came out this year. What else happened?
Oh yeah, that. Magazine came out. And then Gramps came along, Martin.
Gramps.
Our 11-second project.
Getting into the 11s is actually quite a challenge too with an old car like that. And it's
a challenge with any car.
It's going to be really fun. Because 11s sort of, when you start getting that fast territory, you know, as soon as you get a car that's in like 8, 9, even 10, they start to turn into drag cars.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get a car that's normal. So we're still.
You can't even go to the street drags if you've got cars that are going that fast. Isn't there a cut-off point?
Yeah, some cut-off point, 10 or 11 or something. Like by then you've got to have all this extra gear, and at some point you even need to shoot out the back of it. So
we might got to shoot out the back.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah. So does he.
But oh, look at him.
What's he eating?
That's tofu, man, but I got him those like tofu.
Poor guy, he's gonna stink so bad.
No, man, it's like if you've got a you know those not meat, not chickens. I lived off them at university.
Yeah.
At university, they used to make us weigh our sandwiches, like so you go and get like your bread roll and stuff.
Yeah.
But the price of a bread roll was 35 cents. But when you weighed the bread roll, it was more than 35 cents. So I used to pull a piece of paper out of my textbook and I'd put a bit of cheese on the paper and then I'd put the salad up on it and then I'd get them to weigh that and then I'd buy the roll separately. Because that would give me the 10 cents I needed for a whole week to get 50 cents, which back then was 1 litre of fuel for my Chimera.
And 1 litre of fuel got you how far?
Oh, back then, I don't know.
Like 11 k's. It'd get you back
around the car park a few times with the sub turned up. The bass cabin back then connected to a cassette player.
Oh, wow. So embarrassing.
Honda, Martin. Now, you borrowed it the other night. Let's be completely honest about it. Let's just go there. After the race, full credit to Martin for this. He said, cool, I want to see what the fuss is about. He asked if he could borrow the car for a week to take a lady out in the car. It was dropped back to my house the very next morning with an SMS that literally just, there was 3 words. I hate it. You used the word hate.
12 hours, it was 12 hours, and I own a convertible sports car thing, and the S2000 is considerably more expensive and more refined and newer, and I understand all the good things about it, X-frame and all the big brakes and engine behind it, I get all that, but it was just...
No, you hated it.
Well, it wasn't that
because I dominated you.
It was noisy.
No, it's...
Like it just doesn't feel like the car that how much car I would expect for that kind of money. I'd love to have my mind changed. If it was a track car, like I would love to.
It is a track car from the factory.
But I'd love to take it to a track. But people driving like there's these luxury sports car things. It's like
no, it's a track car that you're allowed to drive on the road. That's what it is. Right. Dude, it's a mad car. It's great. It's
well, I got Gramps back, and then I was comfy, and I was going just as fast. In a straight line.
Volkswagen Polo GTI or Honda S2000, which one would you have?
Oh,
you got to pick now. Go.
Polo.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, as long as I can own MX.
But you hated that too.
No,
wow, you really disliked the Honda. I never said the word
hate, and I never said I would.
You said the word hate about Honda though. You did. Let's just be completely honest with the people. You said I hate it. That's cool.
I'm happy to have my mind changed.
Well, dude, I tried to change mine the other day when I whooped your ass at the track.
Right. So when are we turbocharging it? Oh, you can't do that because it's national aspirated VTEC. It's got to stay dinosaur some crap.
Let's talk about the drag race, Martin.
Yeah, that was actually
that was embarrassing.
Embarrassing?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't reckon a busted clutch is that embarrassing. I was still embarrassed that I lost, but it wasn't because I can't drive.
No, because Tom14SA on YouTube said, called you an idiot.
Yeah.
Because he said you should never do all those mods without doing the clutch.
Oh, right. So you should, before you do touch it.
He did that on Forza Motorsport.
Oh, okay. Because he put he changed the clutch before he put an Airplay in?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's got to be.
He wasn't happy, Martin.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy, and him and the other guys in Year 8 at like Winton Public School or whatever were really upset about it because their cars are heaps quicker.
Right. Well, first up, like next season, we'll have the rest of the MX-5 video, which will be pretty exciting.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Whole bunch
and
of
are you going to try and rebattle my ass again?
I think we're going to have to.
Yeah. Or are you just happy knowing that you're a loser, kind of?
But it's losing on a technicality.
All right. So, well, in that case,
because half the internet is going, dude, he should have won, but his clutch was slipping. So they're all like,
and the other half is kind of like going, it doesn't matter what happened on the day. Whoever's faster at the other end, that's the winner, and that was me.
Yeah. I'm not arguing that you won, dude.
But but what I'm saying is that possibly what you've done, which tickles my wormhole, is invalidated that whole video because your car wasn't running properly. Therefore, we actually have to do it again because we've got to compare mice and gerbils.
I don't think anybody is actually upset about us having to do that again. Me included, because I actually want to see how fast my car can go down.
You want to win?
Well, it's not made for drags, but it was fun.
Neither of them.
Was that right? Was that race fun though?
Yeah, it was fun.
I don't know, time.
Yeah, it was
fun. I was keen to go again, but we ran out of time. Like that would have been.
Yeah. So we will do that again then.
I think we should.
Now, Martin, season 6 of Mighty Car Mods is next year our 7th year. Our 7th year of making the show.
Yeah.
So season 6 of Mighty Car Mods kicks off, and new cars, new mods. We got some really, really exciting things. We're changing it up. As you will find out, we're kicking off. When are we kicking off? End of Jan, early February.
Yeah, around then. Yeah, with some probably epic stuff because we'll be working away over that time. We say we're going to take some days off, but we won't. We'll still be doing.
But you know what? I kind of feel in a way that season 6. It's kind of like we've just done the mid-season break, like in Walking Dead, because season 6 in a way is picking up, just like Karate Kid 2. You seen that?
I never saw it because
at the end of you're the best around. Oh. Over to the iPhone. Look at that, because we just ran out of batteries. I was just saying at the end of Karate Kid 1, when Karate Kid 2 starts, it just kicks off literally right where number 1 left off. So in a sense, season 6, it's a continuation because we've got unfinished business, Martin. We've got the MX-5, we've got to go back to the track, we've got to battle the Honda and the MX-5 again. And then season 6, we start doing some Honda love, don't we?
Honda love. We start trying to get cars into the 11-second bracket, which I'm
Should we change the name to Mighty Honda Mods on our official thing?
Definitely not. We should change it to Mighty Subarus Do 11s mods.com, and we'll get that on a shirt.
Oh, all right. Well, there it is. And now, what we'd like to share with you is some of our favourite moments of 2013. Thank you very much, everyone who has watched us for a year. For 6 years, for maybe 7 years, however long that's been, the whole time. It's been sharing videos, telling their mates about it, and just basically being internet legends worthy of unicorn juice.
Yeah.
So
that's it.
Here it is. Some of our favourite moments of 2013. Have a safe New Year's, and we'll see you guys in 2014. Bye.